Hi guys, Jared here, and well, today something interesting happened. Tommo, the manufacturer and distributor of the Neo Geo X, basically responded to the press release that was that hit last week, I think it was, from SNK Playmore, that basically said that well, Tommo has to cease all production of the Neo Geo X. They have to pull it from store shelves, yada 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 yada. So I did a little video saying that Tommo kills the Neo Geo X, and this is actually a follow-up. So I'm probably going to title this something like Neo Geo X Tommo Strikes Back or something like that. That sounds cool. But yeah, anyway, so what does this mean? Well, it means that Tommo basically says that we did not breach our contract. Our contract actually runs until 2016, which was interesting because none of us knew that. It covers all of the products that you know, the Neo Geo X Gold Limited Edition, the arcade stick, the 5 packs of the 3 games in each, and the Mega Pack Volume 1. Now, what happens moving forward? Well, basically, from the press release that Tommo gave to the press, it sure sounds like SNK didn't even tell Tommo. They just wrote it on their site. Because in the press release it says something to the effect of, like, based on the release on SNK Playmore's site. Like, I was like, what? Why are you mentioning the site? Like, they're not even mentioning the fact that, you know, that they had, say, like a court order or something like that, that someone had given them saying like, okay, that's it, you have to cease all production of the Neo Geo X. So there's a lot of questions from this. Oh, and before I forget, I want to thank everyone that sent this in to both the site and to our YouTube channel here. There were a lot of you guys, so thanks to everybody who sent this in. It's funny because I had heard about it this morning, but I had to, you know, get up and look presentable before I could do this video. So thanks guys. So yeah, what happens now? Why did this happen? Where do we go from here? And a lot of this I can't answer. I'm going to try and put my detective hat on, but it's an old hat. It's really old. It's crappy. Seriously, what the hell happened here? We know that, you know, SNK is the one that started this, right? Like, they're the ones that issued that press release on their website. Now, something that's interesting is they didn't do a mass email. I found out about this actually from a YouTube. Who was it? It was Thomas. Yeah, Thomas was the one that sent us. Sent me the link, and I was like, "What the hell?" So this wasn't actually given out to the press, and that's why you probably didn't see this news on your IGNs or GameSpot, Kotaku, like, you know, the major sites. It's because, well, they probably didn't know, and well, can't blame them for that. But that's interesting. Why wasn't that given to basically the press, and why wasn't that given to Tommo itself? It sounds like Tommo found out about this basically from, like us, like basically from someone else, like probably from their Facebook fans or Twitter or something like that. Someone probably sent them a link to that press release, and I bet someone at Tommo called SNK, was like, what the hell, like, what's going on here? So why did SNK do this? This we don't know. We don't know the answers to any of these questions, by the way. I'm just, you know, putting them out there to the community, seeing what you guys think. If you really detest the Neo Geo X, I can understand, like, your point of view. You'll say, "Oh well, you know, SNK Playmore is just wants this crap gone. It's like blasphemy compared to the AES, MVS, and all that jazz." But the thing is, legally, you can't do stuff like that. Like, if I go into a licensing agreement with another company, let's say I want to get COE on, I don't know, clothes and things like that, I can't just release a press release saying like, all right, that's it, I've changed my mind, you guys suck. It doesn't work that way. That's a legal contract between two entities, and unless you can prove that there's been a breach of contract, and by a breach of contract, it can be a wide assortment of things. You can say that you believe that it's got to do with your brand, that your brand is being damaged as a result. But you have to prove this in a court of law. It's not as simple as just, issuing a press release. Okay, that's it. So the other thing that's against SNK Playmore right now is, why now? Why October 2nd? That was what they said. As of October 2nd, it's got to be pulled from store shelves and things like that. And it just didn't make any sense. The platform came out in December, and it was from December to what? June? I think the Mega Pack came from somewhere this summer. But in between that time, that's when they should have acted if they were worried about their brand and their image, because it was at that point in time when there was just, the reviews were just blasting the thing. At least Tommo came out with the Mega Pack 1. Yeah, it sucks that you have to go and buy a cart in order to get the update, but the point is that the update did address some of the issues. Did it address them all? No, it didn't. But the point is that the company at least was trying to make, incremental fixes on the platform and on the problems that they were having. So legally, I don't know what the hell's going on here. I know there were rumors saying something about the BIOS in the system may have been hacked from Sony or from other devices or something like that. We already know that it runs emulated software, but I mean, SNK had to know this. They're the ones that sent Tommo the blueprints for the actual design. And if they didn't bother to, grab a console, break it down, and take a look inside and see exactly what was what, well, then I put the blame on you guys. Like, that is really foolish to do. Now, the thing is, SNK Playmore, just so you know, is not the same SNK Playmore from the AES days and the Neo Geo days. The company went bankrupt, what was it, 2002? I think it was, something like that. Yes, I know that the original president, he left the company, he formed Playmore, and then they bought all the IPs and the rights to the name SNK, and then created SNK Playmore. So technically that main guy was in that whole transition period. But let's be honest, today, in 2013, they barely even have a games division. I mean, I spent a lot of time on the Neo Geo message boards, and like the guys there say, they're slowly starting to ramp up again, like staff, in order to make a couple of other games. But what are these games? Right now, rumors are suggesting maybe a new 3D King of Fighters, but who knows? Nobody knows. They basically make like slot machines in Japan now. That's like their big thing. So, why are they doing this? Like, that's the thing that I just don't seem to understand. I don't get why now, and why would you even do this? Because, like Steven was telling me this morning, now what Tommo can do, that the fact that Tommo has basically said, screw you, we are going to continue to sell our stuff, means that SNK is in the position where they have no choice now. If they truly want to kill the X, they have to go to court and prove in a court of law that Tommo has breached their contract and basically it's void and that's it. However, if they cannot prove that, Tommo can countersue them for damages. Basically, they can say that you have damaged our brand now, and you owe us X millions of dollars, or what have you. And SNK Playmore truly is not in a position to really do that right now. Unless they have, if they truly have, evidence to support their claim that there was a breach in contract, well then fine. But we don't understand any of this. I mean, this press release didn't tell us anything. So I don't know. All I know is that Tommo is saying that they did not breach their contract and that they're willing to fight to for what was said in that contract. So what happens now? Well, like I said, SNK Playmore can essentially sue them or whatever, take them to court to say, look, there was a breach of contract, blah, blah, blah. Tommo can countersue saying that, you've damaged the brand and this and that and everything else. But what happens for those that actually own the device? Well, for right now, Tommo says that they're going to continue to support the product. They're going to continue to sell it. But what happens about the future? Well, that depends. it all depends on if they have the ROMs in-house. If they do, then in theory they could just go ahead and continue to release new games and new firmware updates and things like that. However, I don't know if that's wise to do that, because it'll all play out, I think, in the next week or so. If SNK takes them to court, then they'll probably be ordered to just leave everything as is until it's decided by the court of law what exactly is going to happen. If they don't hear anything, I'd say in like another couple of weeks, then they'll probably get a little gutsy and be like, okay, well, we can release these new products or whatever. But I wouldn't count on any new products just yet until this is all settled. So what do you guys think about this? I've spoken for like 10 minutes. It's a long monologue. So what do you guys think? I mean, Tommo is basically fighting back, saying they didn't do anything wrong. What are your opinions on this and this latest development? Love to hear it. Leave a comment below. And let's get the conversation going. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll be back soon with another video.